Hey everyone. I just wanted to go on a little rant here for a moment. So, you know how for the past couple of years we've been forced, and put it bluntly, we're being forced into signing up for healthcare. Even if we don't want it, or if we want something that we can have, like really good health insurance. Um, I want to know why it is that it's called the Affordable Health Care Act. I'm sorry, there's nothing affordable about it. I did a little math here recently. If I go see my primary care physician just one time, it is $103 max without insurance. With insurance for just one time, it's $109. Granted, it's only a $6 difference, but the fact that I have health insurance that I A did not want and B was forced into having makes it more expensive for me to go see my doctor. Why? What is the point of having healthcare if you're paying more money? Okay, I pay a certain amount of money a month for my healthcare, which I was forced into. And when I say forced, I mean you either had to sign up for healthcare by a certain date if you didn't already have something through your company or with your parents, or you had to pay a hefty fine. If I remember right, it was almost $700 last December. Um, and yet I'm paying for something that I'm typically not using. Yeah, I know all of you will say, okay, well, it'll come in handy, if you have an accident or what have you. Yeah, then maybe. However, the one that I pay for, the only thing that I can afford, gives me a $6,000 deductible. For people that may not understand what that means that if I have to go to the hospital for whatever reason, I have to pay the first $6,000 out of my own pocket. Then my healthcare will kick in. Okay, so what about those of us that don't make all that much money anyways? I work at Walmart, okay? I don't have the skills to become the CEO of this huge company. I'm not exactly happy with the fact that I am at a mediocre job. I'm still a college student, so I'm not focusing every second of every day on a job. But with my health care, okay, I get to pay a $25 copay for my doctor if I only see him twice a year. If I see him any more than twice in one year, not only do I have to pay the $25 upfront for the copay, I have to pay the $34.05 for my insurance every month. On top of, they bill me $50.31. So if I see him more than twice a year, that is essentially 109 that I am paying. $109 with insurance to go see my primary care physician for just a general checkup. Without insurance, I can see him for $103. Please explain to me why it's more expensive to go see the doctor with insurance than without. This is not an affordable healthcare plan. If it was affordable, then why am I spending more money to go see somebody with it? This is just something that I just don't understand. None of you probably realize how irate this makes me, and I didn't make this video when I learned about this because I was just too pissed off. When I signed up, I was told it'll be $34.05 a month plus $25 copay to my doctor. That's it. I was never told about this $50.31 charge that they will give me if I go see him more than twice a year. So, number one, the insurance companies are screwing you out of money because they're bullface lying to you in order to get you to sign up. And then they have all these hidden things that you're signed into once you sign up. And it just makes no sense to me. I can't understand how people can see something like this being a good thing. For example, there are a lot of Bernie Sanders supporters out there. Now, before I go into this is not a rant about presidential debates or whatever. The only thing I'm going to say about this, I watch everything, I view everything from both sides of the table. I think the entire government is corrupt and screwed up. I don't care who gets in there. If it were Hillary or Bernie or Donald, I we're screwed either which way we go. Okay, let me just make that known now. But what a lot of people don't understand is Bernie Sanders wants a 90% tax rate. Now, for people who may not understand what that means that you go to work and you say you're working a 5-hour shift, 90 cents of every dollar that you make is going to the government. So, literally, you are only making 10 cents out of every dollar. We can barely get by on what we have now. And you think putting a guy in office that wants to take 90 cents out of every dollar that you make is a good idea? You also think it's a good idea to put somebody in office like Hillary, who has lied on numerous occasions, like Benghazi, like her whole email scandal thing, which she has deleted thousands upon thousands of emails. Okay, confidential emails. Emails that may or may not contain something that is essential to the well being of this country. Why? First of all, why is she deleting them? And second of all, why is she lying about it? What is she trying to hide? She says that if you're under FBI investigation, you shouldn't be able to own a gun. Then why on God's green earth is she or was she under FBI investigation and still allowed to run for president? But off the presidential side of it, another problem is this country is starting to be run by nothing but spoiled, rotten little brats who think that they are entitled to everything. I mean, come on. You need a safe space if you hear something that you don't like. Here's an idea, grow a pair. Okay, a few dozen years ago, there were 18-year-olds putting their life on the line to fight for this country. And you can't make it through a day because you get told that you look funny or that your beliefs are wrong, so you have to go into a safe room. That is bullcrap. I am 25 years old. I will be 26 this October. And you're telling me that you can't make it through a day without a safe room because you're hurt by words? What happened to... This may sound like I'm going back to my childhood because I am. What happened to sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me? I understand bullying is wrong. I understand that you shouldn't sit there and cut somebody down because of what they look like or what they believe in. But you're going to sit there and tell me that because somebody looked at you cross-eyed, you have to go sit in a room for 2 hours and get over it? That has got to be the most childish thing ever. My 7-year-old nephew doesn't even act that childish. Okay, here's the problem with this country. One, we have a screwed up government. Both Democrats and Republicans are screwed in the same way. Two, they are trying to take our rights, and people are just letting them. And I know that there's a lot of people out there, me included, that if they truly do try to enforce very, very strict gun laws and take our guns, I will be out there. Well, maybe not actively out there, but yeah, I'll be fighting to keep them because I believe in the Bill of Rights. I believe in my Second Amendment to be able to own a gun. If you don't want a gun, if you don't like them, that's fine. I don't care. But you do not have the right to sit there and tell me that I should not own a gun. And you're going to sit there and also tell me that, you know, with Bernie Sanders and the whole, free healthcare, free schooling, okay, yeah, that sounds all cool, fine, dandy, whatever. How's it going to get paid for? Okay, where's the money going to come from to employ the doctors and the nurses and the teachers and the janitors and everything that it takes to run doctors' offices, schools, hospitals? Without schooling, you can't have something like a hospital or a doctor's office. So let's just, you know, kind of fast forward and say Hillary does get elected and she ends up adopting some of Bernie's ideas and going along with the idea of having, free health care, free. Let's just stop at free health care and free schooling. How are the teachers and doctors and nurses going to get paid? If they're not going to get paid, they're not going to work, which means we have no doctors' offices, no hospitals, and no schools. We're all screwed. And you people think this is a good idea? I'm sorry, but there is something really messed up about that. And if you're going to sit there and say that that's a good idea because we don't need to be, you know, we don't need to be spending all of our money on schooling and healthcare, then what's wrong with you? Okay, yeah, we need something affordable, but that's the key word, affordable. Not free and not something that's going to break the bank. I can't understand why there are so many problems out there today. I mean, I'm in the millennials generation, which honestly kind of scares me. There are a lot of times to where I hate admitting that I am part of this generation because this generation embarrasses me. My generation embarrasses the ever loving crud out of me. Why? Swag. YOLO. Um, Bay. I'm sorry, my boyfriend ever calls me Bay, I'll smack him. Playfully, of course, but really? Like, it's not just the words, it's the mentality. Me personally, I was raised with a silver spoon in my mouth up until I was about 16, but I have had a hard knock from life, and I'm growing up, and I have been growing up, and I have turned from my ways of being an entitled little brat, which I used to be. But you're, I can't understand people my generation sitting there and saying that they are owed stuff and they should just get stuff handed for free and they should be able to just do whatever they want and not have any consequences. And another thing that really bugs me, I see all these parents. I work at Walmart and I see 4, 5, 6, 7 year old children running around the store without any parents anywhere in the store, or running around while their parents are looking at clothes or whatever, just running around doing whatever willy nilly. What happened to watching your children? What happened to sitting there and making sure that your kids are safe? Like, why in the world do you leave a child in a hot car on a hot day? or even a pet for that matter. If you cannot remember to take that pet or that child out of a hot car on a hot summer day, number one, either get fixed or don't spread your legs, or learn to take care of a child. Okay, same with pets. If you can't take care of a pet properly, don't have a pet. It's that simple. It's not brain surgery, people. The biggest problem I see with this country, people have the it's all about me attitude. People have the attitude that they can do whatever they want and it's what's best for them, not what's best for the community or for the company or their family. It's all about what can I benefit from this? How can I benefit? How can things work for me? Last time I checked, it takes everybody working together to make things work, and um that certainly doesn't work when you have an all about me attitude. This country really needs to solidify like what we did on 9/11. 9/11 was amazing because this country came together in a patriotic way that I've never seen before or since. It dumbfounds me at everything that's going on. And I'm just going to stop there because I could go on forever. I really don't want to. Just all I ask is that you guys really seriously take what I've said to heart and think about what you can do to change things for the better. We can make this country great again. And I'm not saying that because Trump's saying it. I've been saying that for years. We can make this country great again. We just have to get off of our lazy asses and go out there and make something happen. So who knows? Maybe we can all get together and, you know, form some sort of a group to be able to make this country the way it used to be. That's all I have to say about that for right now. But just please think about it, because don't we deserve to live in a country and a world that would serve all of us and make everything a better place? Make love, not peace. Make love and peace, not war.